Hey guys, how's it going? In this video here, I'm just going to go ahead and play a game against a 1800 engine called C Drill inside of Lucas Chess. Again, this is an excellent combination here if you already have a Millennium board such as the exclusive or the King Performance or even the Millennium E1. Lucas Chess has some fantastic features in it packed. And I'll show you one here in a minute. Again, like I said, I'm gonna just play a few moves and I'm gonna show you a little something here that I think is a very cool feature. So anyway, as it stands, I'm playing my D4 system here. Oh, let me back paddle for 1 second. I just want to say that a lot of effort, again, all the features in this app has, these people put a lot of effort into something like this. And it just goes to show that I guess the humanitarian effort, if you will, for all of the documentation that has been written about this by the authors of the person, for example, who wrote the drivers, to connect the Millennium board to this program. So in fact, and again, like I said, hats off to everybody who put effort into Lucas Chess because it's just amazing. So that said, in the description, I will put a link to Lucas Chess and also a link to the author's website that writes the drivers for this. I mean, because it's just amazing. But anyway, back to the game here. This is a 5-minute game plus 7 seconds. And I chose 5 minutes and 7 seconds. I think that's a good middle ground. It's not too long, it's not too short. And I think the 7 seconds is a good buffer, but it's not obviously not long as 10 seconds, but it's a little bit more than 5 is okay. Don't get me wrong, but me trying to commentate, I think I want a little bit more, just a little bit more time. What else I was going to say here was that, let's see here. Okay, let's go here, C4, yeah. There was something else I was going to say about, I guess, about the game. I can't remember now. But anyway, this typical attacks, if you will, against the king side is pretty easily, thwarted off here. Especially this way. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I'm also not letting the engine play with an opening book because I don't get to play with an opening book because, again, it's really not fair for an engine to play with an opening book when you don't get to look at a book and play. So, I'm letting this engine play on its own because I'm playing on my own. So I think that's something I might end up doing in the future. But one good feature about this right here, this particular program, which a lot of programs I think Aart offer the same thing, is that it's one good feature I like is that you can tell it what opening you wanted to play if you wanted to practice a particular opening, which is a good thing. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you a feature in this thing that I like a lot. And now if you go here to your move you made, any move that's been made, in fact, if you take and just double click it, what'll happen is you see up here in the right corner, it says analyze and move, and this thing will pop up and it'll give you a score. Wow, I thought my position was a little better, but apparently Stockfish 14 think I have a +3 here. Wow, okay. Well, I'm not gonna look at what Stockfish thinks, so I just wanted to show you that feature. So if you're just playing along in a game, say practicing or playing through a game or analyzing or what have you, say with a friend or something like that, you can just use that feature really quick to get a snapshot. And I thought it was pretty good. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay, he goes here. So now I'm gonna, let's see, I think it would make sense, being that I think that I played this position like this in Blitz before, and if you look at the position, I got 2 center pawns, My king is castled. My bishop can move out at any time. There's the only rational thing for me to do here is just bolster the center a little bit. So I'm just going to push up here, see what he does with his knight. Okay. And I think what'll happen is that I can now centralize my knight on d4, and what it does is it gives me a good place for my knight that he can't easily move it. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and go. Wait a minute, I could go E. Okay, so I'm gonna go here first. Yeah, I'm gonna put my knight in the center first. I was gonna go E5, I think is a good move, but it might have been better, but sometimes I don't like to push my pawns if I really can't really clearly see. And again, like I said, if I was playing in a tournament game and could spend, say, 5 minutes on this move, I'd want to spend a good 5 minutes on this move. Then I would make a much better decision here. So, all right, so, okay, let's go here. Because again, I need to put a pawn behind this rook here. I mean, the rook behind his pawn so I can push it if he don't move his knight. But if he moves his knight, I'm going to just push F4 here. See what happens here. Wow. Well, it is an 1800 engine. I mean, these moves are not great. They're not like super terrible, but I think, let's see here. Yeah, I have to go here. I mean, there's no other, I mean, there's really nothing else to do here. I mean, I have to push this here. Okay, so he jumps back here. Okay. Now I got to watch that because he could bring his queen down. Okay. Okay, so what we'll do is this. Because if he get his queen to G4, I got to watch that square. So I'm going to push this first. Because I might even want to go E6 here. Because E6 are kind of, you know, at some point I could put my queen on H5, push E6. Okay, so he goes here. I think that might loses a piece. Unless he's going to sack his piece for 2. No, he can't sack it for 2 pawns. So yeah, I think that loses a piece. If I'm mistaken here. I mean, his queen can't really get in. So if he put the best case scenario is he push H5 and I take the knight, then he takes and pawn takes pawn. But then he can't definitely, that'll just give my king more cover if he does that. Okay, that's what he does. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I mean, it might even be better if he just traded queens, actually. But of course, the rule is you wouldn't trade queens here. But again, I think it might be better because if he takes pawn, it just gives my king more cover because then he don't have access to the G4 square anymore anyway. Okay, so he does that. Obviously, I'm going to take that. Okay. And obviously, he's going to take back. I mean, there's no other real situation here to do. Okay, he takes. So I'm going to just go ahead. Let's see. What should I do? I think I'm going to trade my rook here, but I'm going to do this first. I'm just going to deploy my knight first. I mean, bishop, sorry. I'm going to deploy my bishop first. And then, let's see. Okay, so he goes here. I think, but I definitely want to trade rooks, obviously, because I just don't even want to this counterplay. So if I trade, get this rook here off the board, I don't have to worry about any tricks on the king side at all once he takes that. Okay. I'll take that. I don't really have to worry about any tricks once he does that. So he pushes here. I'm gonna, well, I guess I'll take that. Yeah. I know I open up the B file, but it's not gonna do it any good if he goes on the B file. Okay. All right, let's go here. In case if he pushed, then I can just pull my knight to E4. If I go here. I mean, I still got a sort of a threat of E6, but I think in this case, without queens going E6 won't really make too much of a difference. Okay, I thought he might would do that. So I'm gonna hop here. Because again, the rook is pinned. So he goes here. All right, so I'm going to try to just go ahead and win this pawn here. I mean, surprisingly, just because he's down a piece, he can seemingly get a little bit of counterplay here, but I'm going to just snuff that out just as soon as I can. Takes. Okay. I mean, really, he didn't have it because he can't get in. He might as well trade rooks and probably try to get his king to the queen side, but I don't think that will work because my pawns are just too far down. I mean, they're really threatening right now, so I'm going to go here. Okay, so I'm going to do probably, let's go threaten this pawn here. Because if you push it, then I'll fork his king and pawn. Okay, so he pushes this. So if I give him that, then he'll have some kind of counterplay, and I don't really want to do, well, I guess I'll just take to keep it simple. There's no need to, especially being that we are playing a blitz game here. There's no need to complicate things for no reason. Okay, get that. There's no need to complicate things for no reason. He push. Okay, so I tell you, he could get a little counterplay, and that's because he's about to get a pass pawn. Let's see. And that's okay. I mean, I can still win this game here pretty easy. I mean, I got 2 pass pawns, and let's see. Let's go here. I guess if I definitely want to take that knight, because that knight is, the bishop has the least concern. Although I do have 2 pawns on dark squares, but I just want to get that knight out of there because that knight is like what he can use. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take that though, for sure. Because that knight can go on both color squares, so I just want to get rid of that. Okay, pawn takes, so now, let me think here. I got 2.5 minutes, I'm good. All right, so. I think I pulled my knight here. Let's do that. I'm going to try to use my knight as much as possible, kind of to snuff out his. Let's see if I do this. Okay, so here. Okay, so now if I go here, I'll even give him both of my knights for his bishop because, again, I'm going to take up all his pawns on the king side anyway. I wonder, should I do that? Let me calculate here. Yeah, by the time he get over here, yeah, I can do that. Because by the time he gets over here and take this pawn, yeah, there's no way he can cash that if he decides to take it. There's just no way he could. There's just no way he could catch my pawn. So yeah, yep, we can go ahead and do that. All right, it'll be impossible. Okay. Okay, so he brings his king to here. Okay, I'll do this first. I'll let him check me first with his pawn. Because I could push my other pawn first to keep this simple. Yeah, let's let him. Yeah, I'm gonna go like this. I could have pushed my pawn to a3, but the idea is that I want his king to go the furthest down the board and have to capture that other pawn, so that way that I know it won't be any tricks with my G pawn at all. Okay, he backs up, which makes sense because I mean there's pretty much nothing else you can do here. Oh my. Okay, he goes here. Okay, in this case now I just go ahead and push this pawn here. Okay, he goes here. And I'll just go here. Okay, he goes here. I'll take that. Goes here. Let's go here. Let's do the old mop up technique. I'll get me a queen. Let me go ahead and grab my queen in my hand because I know that's going to happen. Okay, he takes, which is expected here. I'm going to just go here. Okay, he's going to go here, but I'm going to just, I don't want any annoyances. So I'm just going to go just like this. Because sometimes you can have an end game like this, you're winning, but your opponent can just simply annoy you by just getting itself in the position that make you take longer. So I'm just going to make it so that doesn't happen. Takes. I thought he was going to. It should be moving pretty instant. Well, maybe after I start moving, he'll move instant, yeah. Go like this. I'm gonna just say no. I'm gonna just go ahead and go to checkmate. Okay, he goes here. Get a queen. I'll get me a little queen. See how that goes. All right, then I'll just go to here. He goes here. Yeah, we'll just go like this. I'll get two queens. That's what he wants. That's okay. Okay, so let me double check here. Yeah, that is not a stalemate. Okay. That is not a stalemate. Let's go check here. And we'll just go And that's mate. There we go. Nice game. I thought, let's go back and check a few moves. Let me show you this feature. So when he goes, let's go back up here. So let's hit no. So we just want to see where he went wrong. And let's go to his lab. That looked like a book move here. So let's double check it here and see what it says, analyzing move. I think this might be a book move. Okay, so it says about 0.7 here. Okay, let's go to queen to c8 here and see what it says. I've seen this open before. I don't think that's just minus plus 1.6, I believe is what it's saying. I don't think 1.68. Okay, e6 would have been better. So we in that position, go e6. Okay. So that's how you learn here. When you go to look up your move and see where you went wrong, it gives you a whole list of moves. So I really like this feature here, by the way. So anyway, that's the Millennium exclusive, or should I just say the Millennium Chess link with the Chess Lucas app. I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll be back again soon with some more videos. All right, thank you guys. Bye.